Hi, welcome back to Forbes Games. I'm Erik Kain. Today I wanted to talk real quickly about the new PlayStation 5 model. Now, this new PS5 makes almost no changes to anything that any consumer will notice. There's no performance gains, there's no increase in power, but it does weigh just over half a pound less, which has led some people to ask, why is that? And YouTuber Austin Evans actually purchased one of these new PlayStation 5s, had it overnighted from Japan, and then proceeded to break it apart along with an original PlayStation 5 and see what's different. It turns out that the heatsink in the new model, the metal setup that's over the chip inside that takes heat from the chip and dissipates it, and the fan setup inside the new PS5 are different. They are smaller, they are not made of copper, and they appear to be somewhat of a downgrade. He tested the air coming out of the back of these PlayStations, the new and the old, and found that the new PlayStation actually runs quite a lot hotter than the old PlayStation. Or at least the exhaust coming out the back of the new PlayStation runs hotter. So it appears on its face that this is a downgrade, a cost-saving measure that Sony has implemented, probably in order to be able to make more PS5 units. In all likelihood, there was, it was more difficult to produce these larger copper-based heatsinks, and so Sony went and made a manufacturing change that would allow them to produce more units for cheaper. There's one problem with the thesis here that the new PlayStation model is running hotter, however, because it was only tested outside of the system where the exhaust comes out of the system. There was no measurement, no temperature measurement of the chip itself. Now, see, the problem here is that the fans and heat sinks are designed to expel heat from the system. It's entirely possible that the new heatsink setup expels more heat, and it does so in a more efficient way. If you measure just the exhaust, you may be measuring a more successful cooling apparatus inside the new model because it's pushing more of that hot air out, making it read hotter in that one location. In order to really know if this is actually a downgrade and if the new PlayStation 5 is running hotter or cooler, you would have to measure internally, measure the chip itself, and see what the system is running at. That was not done in this experiment, which is a shortcoming of the experiment and leaves us with too little data to actually analyze which of these models runs hotter, which runs cooler, whether this is a downgrade or whether this is in fact an upgrade to a more efficient, lighter, cheaper heatsink. Sony has had time to make improvements, and it seems a little unlikely that they would downgrade the model after a year, but it's still possible either way. We don't know, and we have to sit with that uncertainty until somebody does further investigation. More than likely, it doesn't really matter either way. The PS5 doesn't run that hot. It runs cooler than the Xbox Series X, and even this new model, even if it was a few degrees hotter, will still be relatively cool. You don't want to put your consoles into small enclosed spaces or on carpet or in any place where where that heat can't be expelled into the wider room. So if you have your PlayStation 4 or 5, your Xbox One or Xbox Series X in a cabinet, reconsider that and try to move it outside. I have all my consoles on a shelving unit that has no doors or anything like that. It's just all in the open air. That will keep your system cooler, and that's something that you can do yourself. In the meantime, we'll wait and see if we learn more about this new PS5 model. In the meantime, you can't find one anyways to save your life, so no harm, no foul. But thanks for watching, like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.